So, our presenter today is going to be Ryan Lusby from Webway Studios. He's going to do a 6-minute presentation, so this is where we want you to just kind of focus in and gather feedback and listen to that presentation and compile some feedback to provide at the end. We'll have about 25 minutes for that feedback. We'll have Brandy and Amanda come around with the microphone, so just raise your hand and let us know if you have some feedback, when you have some feedback to provide. And please keep it succinct because hopefully we'll have lots of people wanting to provide feedback and we'll give time for everyone. So
let's welcome Ryan. And Ryan, before you get started, as Bessie gets you set up on your presentation, just in time, let's welcome our mayor, Willie Hawkins. So, no pressure, but the mayor's showed up specifically for you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out this morning. I appreciate it. My name is Ryan Lusby. I'm the owner of Webway Studios. And we are a digital marketing studio located in Ocala, Florida. So a little bit about me. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. We moved here in 2020. I am a husband and father to 2 great kids. They are my drive for why I get up every morning and do what I do. A little bit about me too with my past is I have a few different careers that I've had over time. I've worked as an EMT, even longer as a project manager, and then once I moved here, it was amidst COVID 2020, no place was hiring, so I started a lawn care business, which was enough to pay the bills in the meantime, but I knew it wasn't what I was truly passionate about and wanted to do. So I always had a passion for technology, so I ended up teaching myself how to code. I sat down at my kitchen table like it was a full-time job, taught myself several different languages, all of the frameworks and things that you need to be able to use them, and then I began seeking employment. And through that, I ended up actually getting contract work, which set me on the path for Webway Studios to begin. We originally started as Webway. Over time, as you grow your services, you end up evolving too. So we ended up rebranding as Webway Studios. We originally just started with website design and development. However, we ended up expanding our services. I know I have slides on that too. So my wife, my family. So you get a picture of us, and then my daughter Madison with her cat Pierogi, and then my son Rowan, and then another shot of our family. Cat looks a little different there. But they're my why. They're why I get up and do what I do. So we opened back in September of 2023. We are a partner over at the Power Plant Business Incubator in Ocala. I regularly attend the 1 Million Cups Ocala over there, since the room that happens in is directly attached to my office. So it's very easy for me to show up to that. We have a passion for helping small businesses because behind small businesses, right, they make up the backbone of the American economy, but behind a lot of small businesses, there are families. And me being a family man myself, I want to be able to support those businesses and help them grow. So what we do in a nutshell, we started off, we wear the website hat for businesses. However, we have grown to wearing the social media hat. We can handle their graphic design, content creation for lots of different things, and we always love to educate and take an empathetic approach to our clients. We care about the business. We care about the results that we get for them because we want them to be able to support their families. So we take our work very seriously in that regard. So some of our services, under graphic design, we're able to create designs for pretty much anything that our customers need, from their flyers, brochures, logos, graphics, for business cards, their website, what have you. We're able to create all of that. Under technology, we're able to do website development, design, again, social media management, hosting, maintenance, support. We also can custom code solutions as well, so we do software and app development. Part of, under content here, we see things like copywriting, we see blog articles. Those are some of the ways that we can touch on SEO, which we also mentioned earlier. We do perform SEO services as well, excuse me. And SEO is kind of a broad term, so I understand that people don't exactly know how to approach that because there's a lot of different approaches that you can take with SEO, one of them being content marketing. So ways that we're looking for you to help is we started off in Ocala. We have started to grow around the Marion County community. Now we're looking to expand outward. So that's part of the reason I'm here today. I'm looking to learn about different events and stuff that we can become involved in the community, where those groups are happening, what they're about, because we love to connect with the community more. We're also going all around Florida as well. I'm actually leaving here to go down to Miami after this. We got a small business expo down there that we're going to be at tomorrow, and then another one next week in Orlando. We have another event at the end of the month in Tampa as well. So we're definitely trying to get out there a lot more to make our brand known for the results that we get for our clients. Going to touch on a little bit more. As we grow too, we are also looking for connections to some HR resources. We did just recently hire another employee who will be starting later this month. For those of you that don't know, there's a program in the state of Florida called CareerSource. They're a fantastic program for onboarding new employees and helping create jobs. So we're actually, because I felt he was a great candidate for it, we're putting him through that program. So we're currently working through that process now, and he should be starting later this month. So if you haven't heard of them and you're a business owner, please check them out. It's a great program. Also, please, all of our contact information is right there on the board. You can also scan the QR code. It'll take you right to our Facebook page. Please engage with us on social media. We love connecting with the community. Thank you, everybody.
Ron, let's go back up to the screen so we can see your two areas where we can help. And I know Ryan and Monty and I were kind of emailing back and forth, and I think this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think one of the biggest areas is how do you reach more businesses? Just so, again, Ryan can educate, show them how websites should look, how they should work, those types of things, because again, this is our biggest issue here with our presenters. How do you get in front of people? Nikki.
Hello, my name is Nikki. This is my business partner Erica. We own Ramsey Market, and it's a small business company where we host events and networking events for small businesses here in the county. Our small business group on Facebook has over 2,000 vendors in it alone. And then we also host monthly networking events. And if you're looking to get in front of those small businesses, we would love to talk to you about either joining a group and being able to do presentations through there, or even doing in-person presentations for the small business owners.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, I'd love to connect.
We are leaving right at 10:30, but I did take your information, so I will give you a call.
Okay, thank you. And we do have our business card on the back table there if anybody feels like grabbing it.
Thank you.
Thoughts. Nathan.
You want me to yell it?
Amanda's coming. She's working the crowd.
Monty wants me to sing a question, not happening. So you build websites. Who's your average customer? Like, what do you want as far as a customer? Because we can say small business, but what does that actually mean? Some people want to pay $500 for a website. Some people want to pay $5,000. What's the difference, and where do you fit in?
Sure, thank you. So small businesses, yeah, that's a very broad term for businesses that are out there. Specifically, we're looking for the businesses that have intent on growing. They're looking to invest in themselves, they're looking to grow, they're looking to do things the right way. Oftentimes we see businesses look to start up and they're trying to do things on a shoestring budget and cut corners, and it just doesn't get them the results that they're looking for, and then that creates a lot of frustration. So we're looking for the ones that are looking for that active growth to invest in themselves.
Greg?
Very excited to be part of the connection. The best thing is Facebook. There's all sorts of business Facebook for this area. I'm on a lot of them. Small businesses, there's many business sites. I think that's a really good way to check it out.
Awesome, thank you.
Along those lines, and I don't know, this is throwing a thought out there. Without calling out a website, can you show or do something like the common mistakes that people make up when they're building a website or putting, because there's so many online services now that I think people are just like, I'm just going to do my own, and they probably don't turn out the way they should. And maybe these are areas that you could point out through a 30-second video on Facebook. These are the mistakes that people are making when you're building your own, and why you need professionals to help do this. And then also the numbers and the differences between how many hits and calls and business is being created from the online websites versus ones that are done by professionals. That might take a little bit of background search, but
That's a great idea. Thanks.
some thoughts. Natasha, she's back there behind the pole.
Hello, Natasha from Wellness Vista. So this reminded me a lot of a presenter we had a few weeks ago. He had a production company, like doing videos, stuff like that. And one of the suggestions someone threw around was you should work with a small business, give them a really good deal so that they're able to share with all of their friends that also own small businesses, hey, it actually was affordable, it helped my business out a lot, it's really great, it's high quality, all these things. And I think that would kind of get you in the group with all the other entrepreneurs and small businesses. Thank you.
Appreciate that, thank you.
Hey, oh, Matthew, then we'll go.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll go Matthew, and then we'll go to Jake.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'm Matt the guy from Webway Studios. I do the same thing that you do. So one of the things I can suggest, well, first I have a question actually. Is it just you on the sales side, or do you have other staff that handle that as well?
I'm the primary on the sales.
Okay. So with that, over the past few years for me, the most effective thing I have done in order to get these types of relationships has been being really involved in my BNI chapter. So whether that's doing that yourself or finding other networks, chambers of commerce obviously are great for something like that. But the reason why I think they work so well is because you can develop what we call like power partnerships, strategic partnerships with other businesses that are already working, like you and I, B2B. You need to work with other people that are businesses are their clientele that they can refer you easily and give you that sort of introduction. I think last year, somewhere around 85% of all of my business was referrals. So it does work if you work with it.
Thank you.
Jake?
Okay, so I guess in web development, people that don't write code, we don't really know like the difference between this website and that website. And for me, I've used like a digital marketing company, and it just seems like when I got on my website, it was like a template. And in my field, like what I have to offer is that I will do the job better than everybody else, and I can show the quality of what I do. So if you, as a digital marketer, could maybe like show a difference in, okay, here's my website, and here's the other guy's website, it's more customized to fit your needs, that might incline people to like go with you for saying.
Okay, appreciate that. And I've heard a few people mention the difference between a good website and a bad website, so I figured I might touch on that for a moment. So a lot of people when they're starting out, they use a website builder or something to get going, which is fantastic. They're getting something up there, some sort of presence. The problem is they're not web developers and they don't know what they don't know. And there's a lot more that goes into building a website than just how it looks visually. You want to make sure your graphics are all optimized, any videos that you have, same type of thing, maybe be delivered over a CDN rather than directly from the site itself to optimize for performance. And then a website is also never done. Just because you have a website doesn't mean it's complete. You need to continue to add to it. You need to continue to refresh the copy and the images and stuff that are not only on your core pages, but having something like a blog attached to it that you can now push out content that will help drive people in based on their search intent. So there's a lot that goes into a good website compared to a bad website, and most of it is the effort and the investment that's being put into it.
Yeah, you know, and I think to that point too, it's like when I see some of these, and we've done like website reviews when we had weeks where we didn't have a speaker, and this is my personal thing. I get on a website that you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I think it's too much. I think
Those single-page websites are terrible for SEO.
Yeah. We're gonna go Nikki, and then we're gonna go back over here.
She passed the mic to me. I'm Erica from Webway Market, and we were wondering, do you have a way to show statistics of growth in a website that you've worked on, or showing that it has improved the traffic after you have modified or changed it with your skills?
At this point in time, we don't have any of that data that we can share, although we do have the data. We are working on putting together some case studies though.
Thank you.
All right, Randy?
She wants me to do her question. So she said that maybe searching for people that are inexpensive places to have a business, like flea markets or maybe the local markets, stuff like that. For those are people that are possibly ready to grow their business.
All right, hang on, Rick, we're gonna go over here, and then we'll get to you, Rick.
Yeah, Michelle Carley again from Big Easy Bookkeeping Company. Yeah, I was going to mention a case study, but you already mentioned that, so that one's out. But do you do any kind of webinar, or do you have something where people can come to your site every month to get questions answered? That you can have one-on-one conversations with them? Because you present yourself very well, and you're easy to talk to. So I think one-on-one, a lot of those, coming from a webinar might help.
Okay, thank you. And that's a great idea. It's something that I think we do have planned in the future down the line. Right now, one of the main ways for people to come and see new content would be our blog, different ways that they can improve, on their website. But we are fairly new, so we're getting there step by step with our content.
Rick.
Rick Cobley, Dragonfly Ridge Social Media Management. So I was listening to or watching kind of what you do and listening to, because we chatted before you started, and all I kept thinking was like, wow, cool, yeah, I need that. But, as a business owner, we all need that. But also what I was thinking was like $, $$. And so kind of my feedback would be, a lot of people that are small business owners, a lot of people I see in this room, a lot of people I know, are like, well, that's awesome, but how do you mitigate that? And that's kind of my feedback.
Sure, so not everybody's our customer. That's just the first off, because we do everything custom. The kind of work that we do, we take pride in it being premium. So we're not looking to just build out very basic sites that aren't really going to go anywhere. Because of that, to make it easier, we have formed different packages for different services that we offer. So such as the website, we have basic packages that start at $1,800 plus a hosting, maintenance, and service package that goes along with that. And then on social media, we have packages that range from $200 a month all the way up, depending on how fast you're looking to go on social media. Because that's one post per week to all the way to a post every single day.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point, is having menus and packages where, for the newer businesses, maybe Rick, for example, would say, I want to start here, and you can say, well, let's start here, but we can grow you to here. And then some facts and figures to maybe back up why starting here will get you to this next level, and it's a stair-step process to the top of. We're going to go to Rick first, Nathan, if that's all right, and then we'll go back to you, Nathan.
Yeah, every second Friday at the Aura building in Orlando, which is about 35 miles from here, the Central Florida District of the Florida chapter of the Certified Commercial Investment Member Association meets. We'll have 50 to 80 brokers from as far away as Ocala down to Brevard County, and they're always looking for sponsors. You'll be in front of some of the best commercial people in the country if you want that kind of exposure. And it's everything from independent brokers to people that work for the biggest firms. It was a place that you might look into, FLCCIM if you want to look into it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nathan?
Hey Ryan, gonna be a little bit harsh because we do know each other. So whenever you explained what is a good website, you also just used a lot of acronyms that people in this room don't understand. And that's what website people, that's what accountants are fantastic at. If we confuse you, you don't know what you get. It's fantastic. You just pay for it and you hope it's right. What are ways in which this audience, what are tools that they can go and research themselves to actually validate their own website, whether it's good or bad?
Sure, great question. So Google has a tool called Lightspeed that you can use to take a look and audit your website. It will give you an idea of how your performance is. You can see how your SEO is currently working. Now this is just kind of scraping the surface because there's a lot more tools like SEMrush and stuff like that that can help you go a lot more in depth. But that would be a great way to start, is by giving your website a basic audit with that and then seeing some of the things that it's suggesting to you. Maybe you know how to correct those things, maybe you need to have another conversation with somebody else to try to figure that out, but it gives you a great way to start.
All right, Monty,
Thank you.
real quick. Nathan, what do you do?
I'm an accountant.
From the CPA.
Yeah.
Monty.
So I just want to share more about what Rick said, kind of honing in more on what's working, and if you can get one website to be like a pivot point, a reference point, and from the economic development point of view, there's like very few companies that do economic development websites, and then, but on a broader scale, like all the realtors are going to get together. So if you get one good realtor, and then they're all competing with each other, so they want the best website, and if you're the gold standard, then everybody's going to use you. It's the same case with economic development. It's the same case with all industries. Mostly, they all meet together at these conferences and things. If you can be that gold standard and slip into one, focus on one at a time, I feel like that'd be expansive for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so let me ask Greg, Kate, where's Kate? I saw Kate here earlier. Brandy, from the realtor perspective and the affiliate board, I talk about the affiliate board of realtors, which are all non-realtor based businesses that support the board of realtors. Do you have web designers on the affiliate board that you know of?
No, no.
Not off the top of my head.
And there's how many thousands of realtors in Lake County?
I think there's 2,500. It might be more now with yeah, but I think it's like 2,500. But there's like 22,000 in Orlando.
Yeah, and just so you don't know, the affiliate board is generally, you're gonna go there, you're gonna see a lot of mortgage companies, title companies, insurance agents, but the affiliate board, they support the real estate and the board of realtors, and you can sponsor events. But if you're in a unique business like web design, it is a great opportunity to sponsor an event. You can sponsor a new member breakfast, something along those lines. Now you're in front of, 40, 50, 60 people at one time that don't know where to go or where to start. Next, I know we hit some of the, John.
I'll just reiterate what you said. I just joined the real estate of Lake and Sumner County as an affiliate, and it's a very big group with lots of turnout, and you can sponsor those events, and it's pretty cheap. It's like $100 a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it's not crazy expensive. It's not crazy expensive. One website, you pay for it. And I don't promote that just because my real life business is with a mortgage company. I think it's great opportunities for everybody here to do well.
Yeah.
We're gonna go Natasha, and then Greg, and then
Hi everybody, Natasha Kleinbach, Wellness Wisdom again. One thing that I think would also be really good is I feel like you haven't really pointed out why people should go to you instead of like Wix or there's just GoDaddy. There's a bunch of different things that people can do nowadays to make a website. Even Canva, you can make a little free website. I feel like if you could really pinpoint the different ways that you and your services are so much better and have more value than going to Wix or going to GoDaddy or something else, I think you need to make that a very pivotal factor. Because a lot of people are going to say, well, I could probably get it cheaper if I go to Wix. Just food for thought.
Thank you. Yeah, you absolutely can get it cheaper by going to Wix. I will not deny that one bit.
Greg and then Marie. Go ahead, Greg.
I'm going to expand upon what Jim said regarding a realtor board, and this goes for every small business. These realtor boards across the nation, and Rick can vouch for this, we are the face of our community. We are the first, when new people come into our community, us realtors, we have an opportunity to help them. We share what the community is about, and so for all small businesses, joining the board of realtors as affiliates is unbelievable. And like John said, it's only about $300, and there's plenty of opportunities where you guys can. And there's so many functions that you can be part of. But for small businesses, that is one really good investment.
And I will say before we go to Marie, Greg's not making money off of this. This is here to help you increase your business. The realtors don't benefit from people joining the board of realtors. They are opportunities for you to meet new homeowners, all of that. There's just so much opportunity there. All right, Marie, and then we'll go to Marcus.
I would say any opportunity you could get to get in front of an organization, to do a small mini workshop. I still believe in face-to-face and meeting people and having that connection. and giving them good information will just drive them to you. That's what they want to see. They don't want everything online, contrary to popular belief.
Marcus?
Oh, Mark, you got something real quick?
You cut in front of me again? Hello, Marcus Savage, plumber. Who's not your customer?
Those that are not looking to invest in themselves, if they think that yeah, I mean, if they think they're just gonna come in and get a business up off the ground with putting in very minimal work, it's just not going to happen. You know, I see a lot of people that, I'll start off this side gig and I'll do it on the side of my full-time job, and it always either stays a side gig or it just flops because they're not putting their full focus into it. So we're looking for businesses that are putting their focus in, preferably people that are full-time in their businesses as well.
Sure.
Because they're more likely looking to grow than those that aren't.
No, thank you. To those questions you have up there, there's a lot of good people that communicate in this room. Some of the best I've met in Lake County. That's probably why we're all here.
That's why I figured I'd come. Like I said, we're in Marion County a lot. I actually live over in Wearsdale, so I'm about 30 minutes from here.
They're great people. The thing is like the way that people can articulate these things for you is great. But I always want to know who those people are you build for. Because if I run into them, I always tell people I work for half the people in this room. If I run into them and they mention you, that's what you want to start. It's that word of mouth. To touch on what she said, this is how these towns work around here. I moved down here for that reason. So everybody around here, if I hear about you, then we were talking, he just texted me yesterday. He's like, who do you use? I'm going to come to 1 million guys. You know, it's like, you know, where is that engaging? And to touch on what was your name?
Kelly.
Kelly, did you mention like vernacular, like warm and fuzzies? There was a training I did once on how to engage. I'm a plumber, I don't have a clue. I didn't know what desktop was. You thought SEO was bad? Somebody's like, open your I'm like, a what? So
You should start a club.
there you go. So when I come out though, I could make statements in here talking about pH of magnesium and levels of people's water. None of you can understand when I go down a deep, dark, plumbing hole. And I had to start warm and fuzzies. Like, you've got to come up with terminology that makes sense to me. You'd be shocked that somebody doesn't even know what lifetime warranty is. I've found in many trainings that you only absorb 15% of what somebody's saying. It's whether I like you, whether your body language, your tone control, all those UCLA studies. You got to engage and captivate and show me your referrals and people speaking about you. And then from there, it'll just blossom organically. So
That's great.
Thank you.
Last thing, then we'll go to Dr. Bruce.
Brian, have you thought about doing like a co-branding licensing agreement to have a lower barrier of entry for people that may not have a website yet, or solopreneurs? So like, let's say you built Jesse a website, but you did it at a discount because your logo is on every page, something like that. Kind of like how NFL players wear Nike.
We already put our name and have a link at the bottom of the websites that we do. I have not considered doing basically a sponsored website per se.
Yeah. You could maybe structure that out into like some sort of payment plan, or like.
We do offer payment plans on our website actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Just
should say that ahead of time.
I did leave that out.
Yeah.
And you're able to see the real-time stats, so it's like mutually beneficial. You get more people to the page, and they're able to agree with that, and maybe pay you more, or you structure it like a white glove approach, kind of like a do-it-all, but we're gonna do it together. Or like Jesse told me once, I'll just take 1% of how you grow, and I'll just invest in your company, and then you guys can grow together and you'll invest in it. That makes them believe that you're actually gonna help them and give them the best service possible.
We have had those ideas, but we have not acted on them. I've taken like a percentage or something like that.
So as a former technology teacher, taught web page at one time, I think it's important to get people to understand there are probably millions of web pages made every day. And so figuring out ways to have those stand out is way beyond being able to make a web page. And because I just think of classrooms all over the country where students are making web pages every day that mean absolutely nothing, but they're going out onto the web. So your job is extremely important in understanding that there's so much more to actually making that work.
One of the best ways to help your website stand out is just update it. There's a few billion websites in existence. Only about 250,000 of them are updated regularly. So those are the ones that are getting the attention.
And, you know, and that might be in a package where you do, I know it could be, you know, time consuming, because offer that sort of as a free service for the first 6 months, 12 months, where you can go in and update, because I'm guilty of that. I remember looking at my website, you know, and it's like, I haven't updated my years in the business. It would have been like 3.5 years. And it's like, I guess I should update this and keep it more, but everything on my webpage, it's 98% from what it was 11 years ago when it was made. All right, we got time for about 3 or 4 more minutes. All right, Marcus, we're back to you.
I can just yell it if you want.
She's coming, Brandy's coming.
I don't understand a website, like you say maintain it and make it look better, right? Like, do you look at a website ever and say that's amazing and there's nothing I can do?
No, there's always something you can
That's
do.
what happens with every web person I hire. They always bash my website. I look at every single one and they go, I can do that better, I can do that better. And I'm just like, here, take my money, take my money. I know nothing about this. You know, I say my colors are all wrong. You have no calls to action. You have this is backwards. And every person that ever does it tells me I made a bad investment. So it really makes me upset. And again, I know nothing about it. So how do you combat that?
Sure, absolutely. So I can totally understand that. The truth is, a website is never done, but it doesn't mean the website you have is so bad that it just needs to be torn down and redone. There are so many different things that you could look at, like is the on-page performance where it should be? Are the things that you have on your website optimized so that they're working? Your colors are only the wrong colors if they're not on brand with what you have going on. So I mean, that's an easy one to nip right there, but that's the biggest thing as far as looking better, is to make sure your website's on brand and it's providing a good user experience to the people that are using. You need to understand your customer, how they're coming into your website, what it is that they're looking for, and what actions they're
All right, well then, if I'm doing everything wrong, and maybe again, building in the packages, I'm gonna show you why what I'm doing works. You know, because again, every business out there, there are people that are just selling to make a buck, and there's people that are selling to do the job right. Back it up and have some type of a backup system to say, this, I'm going to show you why this, it may not be business, but it might be website hits. You know, Marcus, if you're getting, you know, just to use your example, not picking on you, but if you have 3 different changes and your website hits are not increasing, they're just there taking your money. You know, and I think that's what we have to show them. You know, in businesses like that, this is why we're going to improve it. I will improve your SEO hits. We'll go to Nathan, we'll wrap it up with Monty.
we are very transparent in what we do and how we're doing it. Like I mentioned earlier, we're very big on education, where we will answer any questions that you have and let you know why we're doing things the way that we're doing. Why you might not be getting traction on what you're currently doing. We'll be happy to tell you all that information.
And this is kind of just a comment at this point, but like that's why Lighthouse, the tool to use that he's referring to, you can see the optimization increase if you're using a good web designer. If you look at Ahrefs, you have domain authority. You can actually look at whether your email is going to be better and whether it's going to land in more people's inboxes. So use other tools to validate the website service yourself, and then seek towards a website designer to do better for you.
All right, Monty, finish this up.
I was just at announcements, that's why I'm holding the mic, but what can we as a community do for you?
I think y'all did a great job helping me today as a community, just pointing me towards some resources. I'd love to learn more about that Realtor network. I'd love to connect with y'all in the back too about your events. That's really what we're looking for here, is just engagement from the community, right? We're looking to just reach out a little bit more as we expand our territory here in Florida.
All right, let's thank Ryan for his time.
Thank you.
So as we move forward, a great example, if you have presented here before, go present in Ocala. As Southlake gets up and running, if you presented here, go present there. There are multiple opportunities, because I promise the information that Ryan got here today was different than what he got there. There's probably things that you heard from Ann Arbor that you heard here today that you have not heard in there. Travel, see what they're doing in different parts of the country. This is the great part about 1 Million Cups. So, Monty, you got some announcements.
Yeah. How many of you are already in business? I can't do the show of minutes, okay. That's a good sign. How many of you want to be in business but not yet? we're thinking about it, or know someone. No, no one? Okay. All right.
Who wants to start a business?
Who feels like their business can be a little bit better and they want free help, they want free legal, free accounting, free marketing, free... Well, then you should see the QR, because that's the fast track program. That's the meat and potatoes of business. It's a Harvard level program passed down through Kauffman Foundation, and that's why I'm taking more than 30 seconds on a community announcement because it's a Kauffman thing. But yeah, Lee's putting it together along with help with SBDC and 10 other subject matter experts. Nathan's going to be an accountant expert, bringing in a lawyer, we're bringing in people that have been in digital marketing since the 90s. So I encourage you to sign up. It's going to be here at the Mega Workplace. These dates, and it's going to be the biggest cohort yet. You also have a chance to network with the people in the room.
You know, one support on that, again, this is another program by the Kauffman Foundation who started 1 Million Cups. One of our organizers, Latona, and Amanda did it too. They got so much from it that you haven't seen Latona here because she got so much business from doing everything from 1 Million Cups, from Fast Track, that she is trying to keep up with her business to work her way back here. So a great program.
Yeah, one last thing, Jim, you reminded me. There was somebody in our last cohort, and you might think, okay, I'm above this, I don't need business training, but it's a $30 million company. He came in, he was probably the most engaged student, and he was like, well, I just need to reinvent myself. I've found the process to replicate, to grow, and refine, and optimize, but now I need to not be Blockbuster. I need to figure it out again. And so now he's actually an investor with Lee. He's grown from $30 million and he's engaged locally. So it's for any stage of your company, really.
And it's free.
There you go. Oh, one more. All right, you're wearing me out today, Jim. Gary Schoninger, Pulitzer Prize nominee. He's on the Forbes Business Council advising team. He's spoken around the world. He's spoken at the Harvard Business School. Harvard Psychology School. We're bringing him in, Lee's bringing him in to Claremont. We have to do things in North and South Lake so nobody get upset. And so he's going to come speak. You only have to pay $10 just for the breakfast provided by Cheezers. So that'll be at the Claremont City Center March 28th. And QR's there. We'll have some flyers in the back, or feel free to reach out to me about the entrepreneurial mindset and how we can tap into it.
Can you go back 1 second? Just so I can
Back one slide, one for the fast track.
The Fast Track or this one?
Oh, you missed it again. There you go.
All right. So with all of your events and announcements, go to the Lead website. They will put it on their webpage. So if you're not connected to Lead, scan this QR code quickly, and then you can get connected with Lead. Again, you have your own event. You can scan it there. So Brandon's going to pass around the fishbowl if you have not put a card in there. And we have, before we kick off our community announcements, we have a very special community announcements from George. So George, if you want to join us up here in the front, and then we'll get to our rest of our community announcements.
Looking back, we just passed the year recently, and if you look around, you see a lot of familiar faces, and sometimes we might miss a familiar face, but I wanted to recognize a gentleman who has been here 52 weeks in a row, and tomorrow celebrates his 83rd birthday. Daniel Carroll in the back, stand up, and let's how about a quick happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Daniel, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Daniel. And Jane, our second quarter food sponsor, her birthday is, I believe, today or tomorrow as well. So, community announcements, Bree, start us off.
Okay, we just came off of our George Fest breakfast. George Fest, wow. Okay, Community Service Awards. We feel like my thought here. And this morning, the Incubator EDU students received a donation for their program at their school. I had a member come up to me, and they're going to match, and we gave them $600 that we raised through volunteer work, and they're going to match that. So another check is coming to the Incubator program. Next week, we have an open house ribbon cutting at Trinity Builders. It'll be from 4 to 6. It's posted on the website. Everybody's welcome. And then after that, isn't there an activity here? Yes, your Thursday thing. Yes, that's all I have right now.
All right, Margaret.
Next Thursday, so that's 13th, in this room, Thursday night, we will be having our formerly young professionals event, now Lake Professionals, Professional Development Night. We have guest speaker Crystal Parker. She is the president of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Harvard MBA. She is currently promoting her new book and workshop on AI. And we will have flyers in the back and get up on King County. If you have any questions, want to get tickets, come see me.
We'll look like this.
And Lindo's, Craig and Rose Lindo are catering for the event.
All right, just remember, I'm not as mean as Wendy is, so I'm not gonna put the timer on, but I'm watching. Matthew, 15 to 20 seconds, go.
All right, so tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in this room is the BNI live meeting. Ironically, not to take away from Ryan, but I am presenting tomorrow morning, and my topic is your website holding you back? 5 common website errors that hurt companies' marketing efforts. So again, registration is required.
Good job. Nikki.
Hi, Wednesday Market has a girls' night out coming up on March 20th, so that's just over 2 weeks away, and it's from 5 to 8 p.m. It is free admission, obviously, at the Venetian Center at Venetian Gardens. We're going to have food trucks and shopping and all that fun stuff. She's going to be there. And we do have 4 spots left. If anybody wants to join us, if you want to join us for any other events, our information is right here on the table back here.
All right, we got 2 more. We're gonna go Kate, then we'll go to Alan. 20 seconds, Kate.
Tomorrow is the UCF Alumni's National Networking Night. It's going to be at the San Jose's restaurant from 6 till 8. If anyone wants to come by.
San Jose's is on 19 headed towards Howie, just across from the left-hand turn on the 561. Next to Publix, on the way, like opposite side by 4, if you're ready to turn 561. 20 seconds, Alan, go.
Alan Biles, I'm president of the Golden Triangle Toastmasters Club. We meet at the Lake Eustis Area Chamber of Commerce on Monday evenings at between 5:30. I just lost it. 5:30 to 6:30. I said to say 6:30 first. And we would like to invite all of you, anyone who is interested in honing their communication skills, their ability to effectively communicate and put together a presentation, whether it's one-on-one or group. Please join us Monday evening, 5:30 at the Lake Eustis Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
All right, Ryan, did everybody get their card in there? We have like 6 cards in there.
Didn't come down here. I didn't, but I got a million cards.
Yeah, we're not gonna let you win. Pick a card. All right, Natasha.
Natasha Conduct with Wellness Wisdom. Next Wednesday, March 12th at 6:30 p.m. at the Lake Square Mall, we have a healthy meal prepping class, and there will be lots and lots of food. So we have some people that have been there before already for nutrition classes. They're lots of fun, there's lots of people to meet, and there's lots of food. So please come next Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. at the Lake Square Mall. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Last one, then we got to finish up.
I do appreciate that. My name is Shakita Hill, and I just want to speak on behalf of the Eustis Community Alliance. We are a hub in the area of Eustis where we serve individuals in need. And as you know, there's been a lot of transition and changes taking place. So we have been assisting a lot of people with different assistance that people are needing. There are a lot of people in need. So we are starting in order to help raise some funds. I'm assisting as operation manager there. We are hosting every second Saturday of the month a community yard sale, vendor space, things of that nature for only $15. So this Saturday coming up is going to be our first time. We are inviting individuals to please be a part. I will send information to put on the web. You got nothing to do, try to hurry up. So please be a part of that, and we'll get the information out every second Saturday of the month at the Eustis Community Alliance in Eustis off of Clifford Street.
All right, just remember, back table is for community announcements. So bring a flyer, put them back there, go to the website. Our winners today are Alan Biles and Joseph Blackwell. So thank you, thank you. And we're gonna wrap up as we do every week, but before we wrap up, if everybody could bring one person next week, wouldn't that look pretty cool? Pack